art is a spiritual technology.
Wherever I go, I can be like, okay, this is north, this is south because of Detroit.
All these cultures that are inside the city are what I like to put on the plate.
Stories and fantasies that last always have truth to them.
Detroit is the Black story.
This is Container on the Metro. I'm Tia Graham. This series highlights Detroit creatives exploring their worlds through community and artistry. This episode, we'll say what up, though, to Chef Greg Sims II.
When you are presented with a plate of Smokey G's food, it should embody love, care, and effort.
Chef Greg is the founder and owner of Smokey G's Smokehouse at Belade Park on Detroit's riverfront. He was a featured vendor in the 2024 NFL Draft, and Smokey G's was the first smoker ever to grace the Rocket Mortgage Classic Gold Tournament. For the last 11 years, Greg has prided himself with bringing people into his family with his smoker and with laughs. Chef Greg has the Detroit story. He was born at Hutzel Hospital. His father and grandfather worked at Ford Motor Company, and he came up with Mayor Coleman A. Young representing Detroit. Being from a city with such rich history, Greg says it all directly led to who he is today.
We grew up in the Grandma Rosedale Park area. That's where I remember being born. Then we moved eventually to Southfield, across North 8 Mile. But going to Wayne State, going to different programs, organizations, always brought me back to the city. DAPSET, those different programs that they had. Wayne State had this summer program that we would go to every summer. So always something to do in the city. My parents taking me to go see Pope John Paul II when he came here. Mandela, when he came here for the Tigers.
You were there for Mandela.
Yeah, 84, what was that, 84 when we won the World Series?
84. Yes, 1984 World Series.
Being a little kid. Only reason why I remember that is because I saw the pictures, all right? Me looking like a little fat boy. All good, though. Clueless, don't know what's going on, but just there. But again, growing up here in the city of Detroit, my parents giving us such that great energy from the city. Yeah. Again, my father working for Ford, the big three. That's always been an intricate part in our family makeup and the community that we've been a part of. So I love the city of Detroit and love what I do now.
Like so many living in Detroit today, both of his parents migrated from the South for better opportunities. His mother was a school teacher, and he spent summers there, bonding with family in the Carolinas and Tennessee. During those summers, Chef Greg says he learned the importance of holding on to ancestral roots while adding his Detroit flair.
Yeah, being the city slicker.
Yes, the city slicker.
The Detroit. And going to visit my cousins in Knoxville and loving their accent and loving how they're talking. And but getting back to nature, though, my uncle still had a farm down there. Certainly learned how to drive on a tractor, being down there cutting the grass, where my cousin be like, man, I don't want to cut the grass. I'm like, I'll do it. Let me do it. And my aunt cooking fresh blackberry pies and because there's a blackberry tree out there, there's a peach tree. So all these things that were just, as my grandfather would say, living off the fat of the land, being down there. And I want to embody that and bring it back here to the city of Detroit. Because I remember I asked my dad, man, why don't the barbecue taste like that here? Now we're back home. And he was like, we're in the South, son. They cook with wood. It's different methods down there. We're in Detroit, no disrespect to my forefather barbecue people here. We cook with charcoal, lighter fluid.
And you can taste
grilling.
it.
All good. God bless you guys. But I want to bring that essence back here to the city of Detroit.
Describing Greg's work and what I love about it is his passion for food, more so in the smoked meats arena. Every time I think about it or look at it, I'm just like, this is just awesome that he stepped out on faith and did his thing. So what I like most about him is that he took that chance on himself.
That's Rhino Dino, Greg's longtime friend of almost 4 decades. He says Greg's drive and determination has been amazing to watch over the years. He says watching Greg turn his dreams into reality has been a fun ride.
Memory that I hold dearly with Chef Greg Sims in last year's NFL Draft. I have a photo where he's there and Smokey G's has the longest line by far of all the food vendors.
Chef Greg has always had a deep appreciation for food as a way to break bread and connect with people from all walks of life. And as you continue to hear Greg say, Detroit is a place of hustlers. And in his former life, before Smokey G's and the Smoker, Greg worked at a time of night when your grandma would say nothing good was happening.
Oh, man, in my former life. Yes, I worked in the nightclub. Yes, I was a bouncer at gentlemen's clubs as well as nightclubs as well. But even prior to that, ended up going to Wayne State, playing football there. Started becoming needed some extra cash, so I went to hang out at a nightclub, and was like, "Hey, why don't you be a bouncer?" Because I was actually bigger than some of the bouncers playing football. So, and I convincing my friends and my teammates, because I was missing all the parties on campus, to come work with me at this nightclub, and we worked there. So that's why I ended up becoming a bouncer, and eventually going to gentlemen's clubs after that and running them and managing them. And I always had a love for food, though. Going back to that, at nightclubs, they don't have food, but at gentlemen's clubs, they have quite a bit of food there.
There's a standard there, and some gentlemen clubs that have really good food.
Yes, and one of the chefs there who rode with me, I told him about the ideas that I had and how I really wanted to do barbecue and open up my own restaurant. He's like, "I roll with you, man. Yeah, I support you." Because I would get back there and cook sometimes, and I'll certainly bring in my own food and tell him what I wanted him to make. And he was like, "Okay, I can do that. Bring enough for everybody." And so that food, that love has always been there.
Greg attributes a big part of his success to working with the Michigan Black Business Alliance. Bree McCamey is director of programs for the organization. Bree works directly with Greg to make sure Smokey G's thrives in the city. She says watching the passion Greg has for his craft is infectious. From the woods he selects for the smoker to the connection he has with his patrons, he's in his element.
You know how you really are passionate about something, you can lose yourself in it? I think this is the place where Greg loses himself. To be able to understand, the appropriate woods to get the right smoke for the meat. This is the place where he thrives and he's his most authentic self. And so being able to showcase that craft and art to the masses, I think is something that warms his soul, but also ours. One thing that I love about Greg the most is that he has literally participated in every program that we have at the Michigan Black Business Alliance. From the standpoint of our Up Next program, so working with youth and having them support him from a workforce standpoint, to now being part of our Global Growth Accelerator program, where he is really tapping into what is his next big step in regards to growth for his business. He has been a great advocate in bringing in new members into the organization as well, because he can literally speak from his own personal experience. And he was actually one of our Member of the Year for our Black Party this past year.
Chef Greg is welcoming in his 11th year in business with Smokey G's at Valade Park on the riverfront. After hearing what Bree had to say about Greg and his passion for his craft, I wanted to know how he felt about working with the program.
Yes, shout out to my MBBA family. I will go down to my grave screaming their names. I love them. They are such an intricate part. Charity Dean is doing such great work. Shout out to Bree. Kai is making things happen as well, even with his new organization, Clutch. But though that organization is so critical for our community, for the entrepreneurs, for people getting right, it was a masterclass. It's a village in itself helping you. It helps you in so many different ways. And yes, they got me in the NFL draft last year. Highest grossing vendor there.
I heard it was a line wrapped around. You might have been the place my dad was upset because he couldn't get food because he said, "I don't want to stand in a line," but it was some barbecue I wanted, and I'm pretty sure it was you.
It was us. Tell Pops come holler at me. I got him on the brisket. All right. Yeah. So they got us in the draft. They're doing such great work in and around the city of Detroit and making things happen. They got me in the Rocket Classic this past year.
It's amazing.
First time in history. Once again, breaking barriers that I didn't even realize. It was the first time at the prestigious Detroit Golf Club that has been a smoker on the greens of the Detroit Golf Country Club.
Had to be grabbing ascots in there.
Oh my God. Clutching my pearls. There's a smoker on the 10th hole.
Did you see it, dear?
Right. Brisket, smoked rib tips on the 10th hole.
But it probably was a hit.
Yeah, it was. We did good work there. Again, opened us up to a whole new audience. And again, as much as I love that brisket, rib tips, chicken, we also do smoked salmon. We also do smoked portobello mushrooms for vegetarians, smoked sweet potatoes. We wanted to make sure everyone felt welcome. And again, that love that I felt growing up, which has embodied me. And I want to give that. And I try to do that every time we put food on that smoker and give it out to people. Well, sell it, not give it out, sell it to people. Games should be sold, not told. So we do that and we love it. We love it.
In Detroit, there is a meat smoking culture. You may have seen the folks on the side of the road or in a parking lot of a party store with homemade barrel smokers. And honestly, they can often serve up a delicious meal. Inspired by that craft, Chef Greg wants to make sure the food and style of cooking is seen as the delicacy that it is. I had a chance to meet up with Chef Greg at Smokey G's at Valade Park and learn more about the art of smoking.
This is one of the largest smokers, certainly in the city of Detroit, maybe even the state of Michigan. So it's okay to deem myself pitmaster of the state of Michigan here at the beautiful Detroit riverfront.
The science that goes into understanding, okay, let me pull back here, let me do this here, let me change this up. Like, how long does it take for you to get that in your brain instilled in who you know, as a chef?
Again, we've officially been here for 10 years in operation, legally, if you will, paying the taxes, Uncle Sam, all that. Okay, but before that, studied under a pitmaster out of Chicago. We moved here to Detroit, studied under him, studied under a few other pitmasters here in the city of Detroit. But I had the vision to take it to another level, and they saw what I was doing, and I was able to get into this beautiful spot here. But it takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time. Time to understand, like, hey, I'm cooking this now. This needs to cook a little later. Like these big pieces of meat, we always have them back against that back wall and in the back because they're going to be there a long time. It's a big piece of brisket. So those are about 16 hours.
Wow.
Versus pork butts, which are 6 to 8 hours. Clearly, hot dogs and sausages, 30 minutes to 40 minutes, 30 to an hour. Salmon, which you pulled off earlier, 35 to 45 minutes because it's closer to the heat source. But these are long cooks, low and slow.
Yeah.
And we cook in 2-day shifts, 8 hours each day to get a proper cook. We store it properly so we can get that quality cook the next day on it.
Yeah.
And quality taste.
If this is gonna take a day or 2 days, then that means you already have this prepped up for an event that's coming in 2 days or something like that. Yeah.
Absolutely. This is, and then again, that goes back to the difference between a smoker and a grill. A grill, you're standing over it, you're grilling for about 5 to maybe 12 minutes each piece or whatever you're doing. With this, you're smoking, you're cooking with the aroma of the firebox and chamber, and it's low and slow, literally low and slow. You don't want the temperature too hot, and you want to let it just cook.
Chef Greg sees the importance of 1, highlighting and uplifting Detroit's cuisine in all its techniques, and 2, understanding the need to have a space to prepare and cook food, especially for entrepreneurs. Currently, Greg is in the process of creating a communal space for the Detroit food community. He says more programs like the Michigan Black Business Alliance are needed, and awareness of them is needed as well.
Definitely in programs and organizations like that to help out, and that is why I'm creating this kitchen and have created this space so people can come out of their homes. The health department honestly is your friend. They just want people to keep people safe and healthy, okay? So that's why it should be in a clean environment, healthy, safe environment. Those environments aren't provided for us as frequently as often. And a lot of times we barely have money for the product that we're buying, let alone to sell it. And because I've been there, have cut corners in the past when I first got started to make ends meet. Your friends are only going to volunteer for so long. You know, it's a business. So a part of that business is just getting a little bit of a leg up, and that's what this space will provide, is that space where they can come in to operate and to level up, because MBBA will help them level up for sure. And of course, shout out to that family. I was Entrepreneur of the Year last year. I didn't realize how much great work I was doing there, and they recognized me last year. And I greatly appreciate that. So thank you.
People say Detroit is not known for barbecue or smoking or just in general, nothing on the grill, Detroit. And they say, well, where is a good one?
Man.
So when you hear that, what goes through your mind?
It burns me a little bit, but at the same time, it lets them know, okay, they don't, forgive them, they don't know what they do. Because Detroit is known for so many other things. Obviously, Motown, the automotive company. And again, I feel as though I'm right there with them. No disrespect, but Aretha Franklin, I love you. Marvin Gaye, I love you. All the Smokey Robinson, Motown, Ford, Chrysler, GM, those things that embody Detroit, it's my goal. They're my lighthouse as to I am driving right to them to say, hey, Smokey G's is a part of Detroit. That type of barbecue. Yeah, barbecue all throughout the country, mainly in the South. But when you go to Detroit, you get some Smokey G's while you're there. And that's what it means. And that's why it's so important. We're smoking with that cherry wood that's here in Michigan, that fruit wood that's here. You go to Texas, they smoke with post oak because that's what grows wild in Texas. They're not cooking with cherry wood down there. Not as much. Not as often because it just doesn't have it. So what makes it indigenous here to the city of Detroit is that smoking. Stay smoky, my friends.
To keep up with Chef Greg Sims, you can follow him on Instagram at Smokey G's Smokehouse or online at SmokeyGSmokehouse.com. Container is a project of the Love Building in Detroit in collaboration with WDET and supported by the Gilbert Family Foundation. This series is produced by Connor Anderson, Jose Llanes, and me, Tia Graham. Original music is done by Sam Bobian. Audio editing is by Connor Anderson, and our executive producer is David Lyons. To hear new episodes every Monday, subscribe to the Metro's podcast feed on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. Learn more at WDET.org/container.